I did not grow up with a healthy relationship with my mom, and I could do Jackie in my sleep, like compared to like my mom and how I grew up and the things that I went through.
What doing it, y'all? This girl said craziness. I'm coming to you, and you with another word on the street segment. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So Ming Lee, she is coming out breaking her silence about how and why she apologized to Miss Jackie Jack, okay, and why she feels manipulated by Chantel for her sitting her butt, walking up that damn hallway, going down there to the room, telling the ladies she swung on me, and knowing damn well she was the one who, well, not swung, my bad, pushed her mama to make her mama go pop 1 2.
I should have just listened and said nothing, because my problem with Chantel is that you lied. Like, you came down to that room after the altercation and you manipulated me. I don't know if Evelyn and Brandi felt manipulated, but watching it back on TV, I felt like I was manipulated.
And then she goes to say, like, she has talking to you, Chantel, after this whole incident, you know, checked up on you, what have you, and you had all that time, even after the incident in Hawaii, you had all that time to clear up what you told them, that it wasn't Jackie who just swung off and hit you for no reason.
At no point did you say, hey, remember when I said that my mom just pushed me? It was because she didn't. I actually pushed her first. So I just felt like at some point you could have corrected their narrative.
Then she goes to divulge that Doug Christie, your daddy, Jackie husband, her man asked to see the footage of the altercation so he could determine who was lying. I'm like, not you don't believe neither one. You need to see what is going on.
And I know that you at some point found out, because you even said that your dad was requesting to see the footage and he wanted to see who was telling the truth, because you had your side of the story and your mom had her side of the story.
The moment, and we're filming this show, is you got the mic on, like you're trying to kind of complete this story, if that makes sense.
No, it does. Listen, things get cloudy. And again, I'm just being real. And that's why it's the beauty of this podcast, because I am a producer. Anytime a big altercation happened on any of my shows, right? What I need y'all to understand is cast member called to ask for a play-by-play. Because things happen so fast that you don't remember things. And sometimes you just, it happens so fast.
And so once you found out the truth, you never told us.
Ooh, gag order! Let's talk about the order.
Baby, when I tell you my mouth dropped, I said, not Doug Christie. He said, I need to know who telling the truth and who is lying, because y'all are not about to have me out here. You already know I got this position, you know, head coach. Hell to the no. I said, I was clutching my pearls on that one. And she also went into, you know, the relationship with her mom. Not all the way, but she kind of tiptoed on it. Like, no, she didn't have the best relationship with her mother. And that's how her and Chantel could, you know, bond and, you know, vibe each other out with. But at no point in time would she sit up there and push her mama and live to be able to tell about the situation, especially not go on Carlos King podcast and do an interview about it.
You yourself have said you and Vicky have problems. You yourself have said you understand the mother wound.
I did just like that for mother and daughter, me too.
Now, granted, I do have a very rocky and, you know, not so normal relationship with my mom and always have. So I've always understood your point of view. But at no point could I push my mom and not be knocked into the middle of next week. At no point could I push my mom, and live to do an interview with Carlos King. Let's be very clear, okay? Like, very, very clear.
Same with me. I would have broken something because Mama Deb, once again, she don't play. And she also said, you know, with Brittany calling Jackie out her name, disrespecting her, she was like, her friends, her mama, she be cussing her friends out. But they know not to say anything reckless back to her. Like, let her chill out, let her do her thing, and just let it play out. But don't you dare say the B word or anything like that to my mama, or it's gonna be hell to pay.
And my mom has gotten into it with all of my friends and cussed them all out. All of them. I just posted the other day when my friend said, remember when your mom threatened to... And if you think for 1 second that any one of my friends could ever disrespect my mom in front of me, no matter if me and her arguing or not, or no matter how many conversations I have with my friends about my mom, about my frustration, you think that the next time my mom is in their presence that they can call her a bitch? Absolutely not. Because now, that's still my mama. She still gave birth to me.
But no, when it comes to stuff like that, no. Goofy this, goofy that, no, it ain't going down. So she was definitely making that clear. Yeah, I'm bond with you on, you know, the mamas and how they treated us and childhood trauma and stuff like that. But that's where we crossed the line, putting hands on each other. She even went and talked about an incident where it was her and her mom in the car or what have you. It was getting real heated, and she just told the driver to pull over, and she walked on down. She told her she had to get a flight for her mom to go back home because it wasn't gonna go down like that.
We got into it the season finale night to where we was yelling and screaming at each other, me and my mom, to where I had to tell the driver to pull over the truck and let me out because it was becoming too much. And I knew how far it was going to go.
And then she goes to tell us how, you know, once again, she felt manipulated by the situation. And she had asked production, like, was this edited or did this really full out happen the way it played on the TV on this episode? And they were like, yeah, it played just like that. And she's like, damn, really?
And then after seeing it and asking production, was that edited? Was that scene edited? Like, after asking, was that scene edited or was it rolled straight through, and found out that it was rolled straight through?
So she was like, you think I owe you an apology. You owe me, Evelyn, and Brandi apology for sending your ass up there and lying like that. And then once you found out the truth, you still didn't tell the full truth of what really happened.
At some point, I just feel like you think I owe you an apology. I feel like you owe me, Brandi, and Evelyn an apology.
Still wasn't taking accountability. And she was like, you sat up there, this video was called I'm Taking Accountability. And she like, no, you didn't take none of accountability at this point. And, you know, however her and Jackie, you know, do their thing, that's them. But on her side, no. And she stand on apologizing to Miss Jackie Christie. And that was that. And she also did send the Christies her blessing. May they heal from all of this and get some help. And she just like, she standing on business. Because what we saw on TV and what Chantel said, and still to this day she's saying she still ain't trying to correct the narrative. It wasn't okay, and she had to say something about it. And I'm like, yeah, go ahead and tell your truth, girl. Go ahead and make your bag off of it too. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one.